All right. So, welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're meeting me for the first time, this is Prof TV. Yes. Now, law students, I know you clicked this video because number one, you're a law student, and number two, you want to be excellent. You want your results to come out very well and all that. Siba, I will just go straight into the video. I want your excellence. I want you to excel. So, most of the things that I'll be telling you now, I am advising you from my own mistakes because I didn't really have people that advised me like I am advising you. So, if you know what is good for you, carry your phone or your laptop or whatever it is you're watching me on, go to a place that is not noisy because I'm about to give you some kind of secrets that you need to know. And most of these things were learned from my mistakes. Of course, most of them, some of them, I applied them and I used it. And most of them, I also asked people that were actually, the best graduating students of our set and all that. And they gave me some nuggets, which I will be sharing with you now. Now, first of all, I cannot overemphasize this much. You must take your CA very seriously. I've been saying it. Your continuous assessment, especially for those of us that would be going through a public university, you must attend classes because you wouldn't know when your test would be given. Trust these lecturers, these our public university lecturers. They can just come in and they will see that the class is scanty and they will just give test. And that test will now serve as CA. And when you now come, they now say, you failed. Why did you fail? Because you did not have CA. And most of the times people fail not because they don't know what they know, not because they did not read, but because their continuous assessment was not there. Now there are some schools that will do continuous assessment for 40 marks, an exam for 60 marks. Some will do continuous assessment for 30 marks, exam 70 marks. Now, just like I usually say, even if you are the best of the best, the best of the best of the best of the best, there is no how you will get up to 60 over 70, especially in public school. Now, I wouldn't know about private schools. Maybe you can get up to 70 over 70 in private schools. I don't know. But in public universities, no matter who are you, even if you write the whole exactly the note of your lecturer, there is no how you are getting up to 60 over 70. Maybe your own public school might be different, but the one I went to, there is no how you are getting up to 60 over 70. The best of the best gets usually 50 over 70 for exams. But that 50, you know that it is not just everybody that is getting it. Like one or two people will get up to 50. The normal people that have sense, have brain in my class, usually get 45. 45, 45, 46, 45, 46, over 70. Now, what will now push them to being an A student is the CA. Now, if you get like 50 in your exam, what do you need in your CA to get up to 70, which is an A mark? That is 20. So, the best of the best, that is how they get their A. They might get 25 on CA and get 50, 75. Go. But imagine that best student does not have CA. What do you think would have happened? That's 50. Even if he gets the 50, that's C. And if you get a lot of C's, especially in law faculty where you have many 4-unit courses, you are going, that your result will not be sweet for you. So that is it. Concentrate on your CA. Concentrate on your CA. If they give assignments, do it. If they say test, come write your test. If you go for your classes, attendance is compulsory. That is that. Now, group study. You cannot do with, well, maybe your own pattern is that you don't like group study. But I will recommend group study today, tomorrow, forever. You know why? Because if you are in a group, you have your group. Not necessarily group set up by the school. Of course, there might be some groups for assignments. That is not what I'm talking about. I'm saying group reading group where you people meet. You give yourself assignments. You give yourself, okay, this is what we will read. When we come the next time, somebody will have to explain it. We ask questions, we interact based on the topic. Now, what happens is, if you're in an exam hall and you are trying to remember what to write, most of the times, when you remember the scenery of when you people were arguing about these topics, you would automatically remember what you are thinking about. In contrast with when you just read it only, you just read it. If you're trying to remember, you might, but when you argued on it, when you talked about it, it will stick. So do not underestimate the importance of group study. Have friends of like minds, people that you know that have sense. Don't go and bring in people that will distract you. People are trying to read. He's talking about Messi and Ronaldo, who is the best. No. When we are for business, we are for business. When we are for pleasure, then we know we are for pleasure. So get like minds. You would know them. Group study, very important. Now, for your own personal study, this is how I would recommend. Of course, they usually say do what works for you. But if you are trying to look for what works for you, but you have not seen, you can try this one that I want to say now. When you want to read a chapter, close your book, yeah, and start writing on that chapter. After reading the chapter, start writing on that chapter. As you are writing, yeah, there will be a place it will reach, it will hook you. You will forget. Take note of that place that it hooked you. Continue writing. Anywhere it hooks you, take note of it. Those places that it hooked you, that is where you will go and read again. Those particular places that it hooked you, you will go and read it again. Read it again, try to understand it. If you are finding it difficult to understand it, go to your mates that understood it. Tell them, Afa, this thing, try to explain it to me. If you cannot understand it from them, go to a senior colleague. If you still cannot understand it from the senior colleague, no, you don't have a problem. Go to ChatGPT, type in that stuff and say, explain it to me like I am 6. If you cannot understand that one, that means there's a problem. You get? So, read a chapter, close your book, start writing on that chapter. Write everything you can remember. Anywhere it hooks you, you know that is where you focus on. After revisiting all those places, start writing again on it, and you will see that you will flow. Anywhere it hooks you, you go back to it until everything you can write everything from beginning to end based on everything you remember, and you do not forget anything. Then you go to the next chapter. And this thing, you cannot be doing it close to exam. That brings me to the third point. Always read before every class. See, if you read before every class, now you're a law student, I suppose. When you get into law school, you would see the benefit of this particular thing I'm telling you now, this one I'm telling you, because you'll be forced to read before every class. When you read before every class, it will make it to flow. If the lecturer is teaching, you've already read this thing, so you are understanding, you are flowing with the lecturer. It is not a must that you will understand everything that you have read. Yes, because of course you will go to class the next day. But try as much as possible to read the topic before you come to the class. After the class, go back and reread that topic. Then do that thing I told you to do. Write on it. Anywhere it hooks you, you go back to it. You'll be the best. You will be the best. You see that first class, you will get it. See, go and look at how to answer your exam questions I posted. If you combine it with reading like this, you are okay. Then when you are reading and you come across a case that is talking about a principle, learn the principle and learn the case. Learn the case, learn the sections. In law, there is nothing you are doing without authorities. So if you read something, Obi is a boy, is different from, in the case of this A versus B, the court held that Obi is a boy. You will get your full mark for the second one than just saying Obi is a boy. So if you have a principle, for example, if you say, if they are trying to tell you in law of thought to define who a neighbor is, and you just go ahead to define a neighbor based on the neighbor principle in negligence, you will get half mark or no mark at all than somebody that would start with Lord Atkin in the case of Donogwe against Stevenson. Defined neighbor as. Very sweet. So you must learn your cases. You must learn your sections. That is, I'm talking to people that want to get first class. So if you don't want to get first class, nothing join you for this video. Yeah. And number, what number am I in? Number next. Pray. Oh. Pray. Oh. If you don't pray, especially those of you in public university, I'm not saying those of you in private university should not pray, but public university, you know the witches and wizards that is in public university. I mean, witches and wizards that are in human form. So pray, pray. I cannot even overemphasize this one. I cannot even, I don't know how to explain this one. But pray. You get? So when next I remember any other thing, I would let you know. Good luck on your new session. That is if you are starting the session, or if you are in the middle of the session, or if you are around the exam period and you are watching this video, or you are now coming across this video when you are done with your law studies. I don't even know what to say to you, but I'm late. So thank you very much.